Have you ever wondered how brakes magically slows down the movement of a really fast car, or how it is somehow able to stop the car with extremely hard impact? Well, today we are gonna learn how.
Cars are a part of our everyday life. We either drive them around or see them parked outside our neighbor's house. One of the most important parts of a car are the brakes.
Brakes are a mechanical device that inhibits motion. It is used to decelerate or decrease the speed of a vehicle. A brake system absorbs the kinetic energy of a vehicle mechanically or electrically to decrease the speed.
What do you mean by motion, deceleration, and all those terms? Well, motion is the change in position of an object with respect to a reference point. It may be described in terms of acceleration. Acceleration occurs when velocity changes, and the velocity changes due to speed and direction. If the speed decreases, it is negative. Thus, deceleration. This is what the brake system does.
How do brakes work? By stepping on the brake pedal, the brake pads compress against the rotor attached to the wheel, which then forces the vehicle to slow down due to friction. Friction has always been the stopping force of braking. It is a type of contact force exerted by a surface as an object moves across it. This force opposes the motion of an object.
The first brake systems were used on horse transportation. The first mechanism slowed the wheel by a hand lever or a wooden block. The latter has used the same brakes as the horse carriages.
After over 100 years later, the once simple mechanism has now evolved into a complex system. Frederick William Lanchester was the first person who created the brakes. From his invention, more and more improvements were made for the system. By far, the brake system is considered to be the most important safety system a vehicle has, it being able to stop or slow down a vehicle by a moment's notice. It will greatly help avoid an incident. However, the most important safety factor is the driver's behavior. Here are some safety tips regarding brakes to ensure that you will arrive safely in your destination. First, control pressure on brakes. You should be able to brake early and apply gentle pressure to the brake. Do not apply too much or too little pressure, and do not step too abruptly. That's right! The next one is knowing your environment before you go outside to drive or get ready to leave. Make sure to check your environment. If it's rainy, you should be extra careful when braking because the road may be slippery and it will lessen the friction. Third, always check the condition of the vehicle and the brakes before driving or going for a long trip. Be sure that all the parts of your car/vehicle are working properly because when one component fails, it may lead to a serious accident. Fourth, use your brakes properly and at the right time. Do not use your brakes to stop the flow of cars because it may cause a fatal accident. Fifth, always remember to never brake on slippery roads because it can actually cause your car to skid that may result in an accident. These are all the safety tips for you. Now that we've learned about brakes and their relation to force and motion, we can safely determine our case of action in case of emergencies revolving around brakes.